What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I'm gonna be showing you all how to make shakshuka. It's a North African, Middle Eastern dish. I was inspired to create this dish after scrolling through a Palestinian creator's page, and he was showing what he broke fast with for Ramadan. I believe the young man's name is pronounced Rekabed. Be sure to check him out. He has awesome content, and he's keeping the world updated on what's going on in Gaza. For this recipe, you're going to need scallions, also known as chive onions. You're going to need cilantro, onions, bell peppers, and about 4 cloves of garlic. You're going to want to start off the recipe by preparing your vegetables. I broke down my scallions, then I broke down my bell peppers, then I broke down my onions, and I chopped them all up as fine as I could. It was a lot of vegetables, so it took a lot of time to prepare them. But yeah, you're gonna want to chop up all your vegetables, and then you're gonna want to put them in a bowl and set them aside as you prepare everything else for cooking. For anyone watching, this video isn't very aesthetic. It's really a straight to the point cooking video. Throughout the video, you'll see the workspace that I'm preparing my vegetables in. It'll get cleaner. Right, I'm kind of new to cooking. Right now, I'm just preparing the green peppers. But once all the vegetables are cut up, I clean my workspace off, and then I keep going. So right here, I'm actually, just setting my seasonings aside. My vegetables are already prepared, as you've already seen. So now I'm just getting my seasonings ready so that when my vegetables are cooking, I can add them. I use the seasonings that were recommended by another influencer. However, I believe that this recipe is similar to grits in the sense that you make them according to you make it according to your taste buds. And so I don't think you have to use the seasonings that I use. You can season according to your taste buds. I just use some of the ones that I saw North Africans and Middle Eastern people use. So season according to your taste buds. Right here, I'm getting some crushed tomatoes. I also had diced tomatoes, but when I saw the consistency of this, I felt like it was close to what I saw in the tutorials that I watched prior to preparing this food. So I'm putting my onions inside of the pan. My garlic is in there. And I'm just letting them heat up for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just letting some heat get on them. I put olive oil in the pan. And I'm just letting that heat up a little bit. Then I added my scallions, aka chive onions, my bell peppers, and I'm just letting everything cook up a little bit. I'm letting the olive oil and the heat do its thing before I add the cilantro and the seasoning. There you go. I love the way cilantro tastes, so I put cilantro in it, and I was gonna put cilantro on top, but I was just like, that's too much work. So I just threw some cilantro in there, and I let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes before adding my cumin and my paprika. After 10 to 15 minutes of letting my vegetables cook, you see I'm smacking that seasoning in there. I got the ghetto pan, but bear with me, you know. So yeah, I threw my seasoning in there and I continued to let it cook. That's just getting the flavors evenly distributed throughout the vegetables. And then I add my crushed tomatoes. I was gonna add diced tomatoes, but my pan really wasn't big enough. Then I just let it cook for about 15, 20 more minutes, just to get all the flavors incorporated, the vegetables incorporated. And as you can see, that's what it looked like after about 10 to 15, 20 minutes. And then I added my eggs, nothing special, 6 cheap eggs, or 6 of the cheapest eggs. I think I used five of the cheapest eggs that I could get from the local grocery store. I initially tried to use this dish to add the eggs because you put them in wells, but it was taking too long, so I just put the eggs in, and I did my best to dig the wells for the eggs. And then I let it cook for about 15, 20 minutes, adding the top on it when necessary. And as you can see, this is what it started to look like. I got my goat cheese, honey goat cheese right here. And I'm just gonna add that on top of my dish, and bam, this is the finished product. Let me know what you all think. Would you try shakshuka topped with honey goat cheese? Let me know in the comments. Is this a hit or a miss? It's your man, the World Overcomer, and I'm out.